Hello, my name is Sonia Cordeman. I'm here to present the final PowerPoint presentation. My topic for my PowerPoint presentation is the Enlightenment versus future shock. I'm going to discuss the Enlightenment and the scientific revolution and how it affects today's society. Introduction. The Enlightenment was also known as the Age of Reason, a philosophical movement that took place during the late 17th century through the early 18th century. According to the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, the origins of the Enlightenment are tied to the scientific revolution during the 17th century. The philosophers had a common interest of equality and wanted to better the quality of life for all people. My thesis statement. During the time of Enlightenment period, there are many Enlightenment thinkers that played a role to change the point of view of the people. As a result, the impacts of the Enlightenment and scientific revolution changed the way people viewed the government. Therefore, people became free thinkers, which has created a completely different lifestyle of which we are able to benefit in today's modern society. There are different writers, free thinkers or philosophers that were able to contribute their philosophy in books that they have written, such as John Locke, whose philosophy focused on life, liberty, and property. Isaac Newton was a scientist and also a philosopher who discovered the law of gravity and the light bulb. We also have Montesquieu, whose philosophy focused on the separation of powers. Voltaire, he was a very famous French philosopher whose writings were influential to many people across Europe, whose philosophy focused on the separation of church. And then we have Rousseau, whose philosophy focused on the social contract. We also have Denis Diderot, who's responsible for developing the encyclopedias. He's a French philosopher, and those are the encyclopedias. He influenced freedom of thought and expression, and he also encouraged knowledge through process. I have in my PowerPoint the scientific revolution timeline that took place from 1550 through 1750. However, as we all know, that science is never ending, and we still have inventions and things that are being developed to this present day. But the major inventions that took place during this time period, the Enlightenment era, that was took place shortly after the scientific revolution, were the microscope, the telescope, astronomy, and then we also had Harvey, who discovered the circulation of blood in the human body. And there's the timeline, which you already have in the PowerPoint that I submitted, and the microscope, the first telescope, and the discovery of the blood circulation by Harvey. Okay, baby, hold on. Okay, science in the present. Modern day science still utilizes the microscopes and telescopes to make discoveries. Understanding the circulation of blood has given cardiologists an opportunity to prolong lives. Encyclopedias and dictionaries are still in use today as reference books. I have pictures at the bottom that shows the discoveries that were made due to the inventions of the microscope and the telescope, and the discovery of the blood circulation in the human body. Those are the different bacterias. It's the telescope, and that's what you're able to see in space. This is the cardiologist that without Harvey's discovery, we would not be able to perform open heart surgery today. And these are the modern day encyclopedias that are still in use, thanks to Dennis Deterrent. In conclusion, the Enlightenment era has been beneficial to mankind in many aspects. The scientific revolution and the Enlightenment era has been influential to modern society. There are many technological advancements that are being used in this present day, and there will continue to be more scientific advancements to come as time progresses. Right now, there's no cure for cancer. But with science, I am very optimistic that there will be discovery made to cure cancer. There are also other type of scientific advancements, such as the iPhone 8, for instance, I'm sure is in the making. That will be released in the near future. Who knows what else will be presented to the general public for us to use. As with science and the different inventions and the references and resources that we have today, 5-10 years from now, we know that today's society won't be the same a decade from now, thanks to the Enlightenment thinkers and the scientific revolution. I have listed the works cited page, all the references. If you'd like to check those out, to learn more about science and the revolution and the Enlightenment. Thank you for listening to my PowerPoint presentation. And I had a very, very good experience in your class this semester. And it was my pleasure being a student in your class. Wish you the best in the future, along with our new scientific advancements. Have a good evening.